Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is another installment of Buffs We'd Like to See. This week we are going to be looking at the other two Dwadge suits, the ones that were not the peasant version. First, we're starting with the standard one, which has gotten some decent buffs over the years. It now has the aimable rocket grenade that the Dom Tropin also got. That is an excellent grenade, and if you're good at aiming it, you can use it to get in pretty well. But Droid still has a few issues that could be ironed out. It is a hover suit with a really strong melee, which means that you have to be really careful about how you handle your control when downswinging if you don't want to kill your momentum entirely like that. And yeah, it's again better than it was, but it could definitely use a couple more adjustments. What do you think, Salty?
Man, that momentum kill really messes with you. Now I'm looking at it. So that is a massive thing they need to fix. Is a lot of hover mole suits get these really nice downswings, which do a lot of damage. But the problem is if you're not actively moving forward at the time, you will just stutter in place, which, like with a swing like that, is not good. So I feel like most suits, or pretty much this goes for a blanket buff for all hover mobile suits. Anything that hovers, your downswing should make you travel to your target, especially when a suit like the Dowage here has two melee weapons, and you do your downswing with the heat saber, and then you follow up with your axe. But if you're holding back on your joystick when you go to swing, you don't get your big meaty chop off. So, for a raid, this is a very shooty dialed raid, stat-wise, which to me doesn't make much sense. It's got, like, at 550, which is the one I'm running at, 41 base range correction and only 16 melee correction, which is odd. The head Vulcans, I do believe, stun in 25 shots, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's more like 35 from the look of things.
Well, that needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
It does have a good ammo count in them in 60, so it's got a good amount. It just needs to stun faster. Its main weapon, the one that Rob brings, is a cloth giant bazooka, which is better than the standard one, even though it just has cloth on it. Apparently the cloth is magical. It also carries one of the weakest weapons in the game, the 120 with grenade launcher. The problem with the 120 with grenade launcher is the fact that it has just terrible spread to it. If you hold down the trigger, you'll get bullet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's awful. Like, I'm not even that far from that wall. And, the terrible rate of fire on top of it, which also extraordinarily hurts this this weapon in every single way. That's the problem with the 100 and I love the Dom scope in animation.
Oh, yeah, it looks good.
So that's like a big problem with a lot of the 120s, or pretty much any early based machine gun that is 100 millimeter and 120. They're slow firing, but they don't pack enough damage to warrant that slow fire. The grenade launcher, oh wow, only 930 damage. That definitely should be adjusted too. That's very bad damage.
Yeah.
I kind of almost want to say let's give the giant tomahawk 2 hits too at this point. I'm pretty sure the Desert Zaku can do it. Yeah, they could multi-swing the axe. Yeah, you could go into a neutral and then follow up with the downswing in the Desert Zaku. So might as well give this multi-hit with the axe too. The axe does heavy stagger, by the way, if you want to show that off.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice heavy stagger on that was a neutral. But each swing, with the exception of the downswing, which if you want to do your the standard melee combo on me, the saber into X, you could do really good melee damage in this way. Because I'm pretty sure the Heat Tomahawk has a damage modifier of 3,000. Or not 3,000, but 300.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah,
worked 9 hours today.
I understand. Yeah, 300% on the downswing. You can see the difference because I was doing 2100 versus on the tank there with a neutral, and I did 8500 with the downswing I did on earlier. So yeah, that is a huge difference.
Uh, there's a couple of perks we're missing for this suit that would be amazing for this suit. Offense system, for one,
Mm-hmm.
which allows you to actually do your melee combo uninterrupted, or at least try, because you could still get stunned out of that easy
Yeah.
with offense system, but it would make it harder for them to do it because I can't tell you how many times I've been winding up with this axe just to be stunned out of it, and then I get demolished because I couldn't get my swing off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there's pursuit melee assist for this suit, which would absolutely increase that damage on the downswing for the hawk, because that is the optimal combo is to bazooka into downswing the saber into giant tomahawk swing. Man, combo that with pursuit melee assist, man, you're insta killing anything or
Mm-hmm.
are near to. And there's a third one. I don't remember what I said would be good.
I don't remember either. I think it I think it does, yeah, offense system it needs. It has power accelerator so it can get out of a clash a little bit faster. But I forget what the last one was as well. The one but yeah, like Salty was saying about the downswing is of course the only stun defense it currently has is maneuver armor, which since you have to stop dashing to do that swing, means you become vulnerable at that instant to basically any stun from anything, which yeah, is definitely a problem. I
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've talked about the flash before, which is it is very particular. If somebody has a shield, it just does not take. It's I feel like the range on that one's a little bit better than some of them, but yeah, if you are I feel like they're kind of acknowledging that the flashes and stuns need help with the fact that the Nero and a couple other things like specifically got a flash grenade this month that pierces shields. So that yeah, that's kind of an admission of guilt there. I feel like.
I love the way the grenade looks when it's flying.
Oh yeah, that is a great weapon.
Uh, but yeah, that weapon I don't think needs a buff. The 120, of course, does. The saber, I feel like it's kind of in a weird state because I'm pretty sure it uses just a standard Dom saber, heat saber,
I think so. Yeah.
or the enhanced variant, either or. Um, but I feel like honestly they should just, I don't want to say bloat the system, but give this its own heat saber. Honestly, I don't think it does enough damage.
Probably not. I mean, because of the gigantic multiplier on the tomahawk downswing, I imagine they don't want to give this too much melee mod, but yeah, so changing that saber would definitely be the better choice. And we are following up with the Dwadge Custom, which is Rommel's personal unit that appears in Double Zeta. It is a general. It has the same tomahawk as the Dwadge, but as you can see, the damage is, well, actually, the damage was better than I expected. Only like 1,400 off from the raid version, which is not terrible. But yeah, it's got a bunch of like minor problems that add up. The Vulcans, let's see, is 35 enough to actually stun? They are low damage Vulcans. They do stun if you hit with maybe 30 rounds, I want to say. About 2/3 of the capacity. Has the flash with the same, issues as the standard, well, the entire Dom series with them. Has a beam cannon. It can use the cloth bazooka for that the standard Dwadge uses. We were comparing that to the giant bazooka between between recordings here, and it is really weird how much wrapping cloth around that bazooka improves it. Also reduces the ammo capacity, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, the thing about the beam cannon is it does fairly light damage uncharged. It only stuns, and it has a cooldown it has an overheat of 17 seconds. And if you fire it as fast as possible, you will overheat it after 2 shots. It does, when charged, heavy stagger, which goes directly into overheat. As you can see, that is not a lot of damage either. I am admittedly, as always, using a level 1 with no parts. But yeah, the idea is to be able to follow up with the various melee weapons, and yeah, good luck not getting interrupted by while you're doing that. That is, if I sound a little bit more down on this one than standard Dwadge, one, it needs more help. It has been longer since it was upgraded, but also I've been trying to work on a request for this, and just yeah, it is. I have a lot more direct recent experience with this than the Dwadge, and yeah, it is showing its age. Okay, so what have you got, Salty?
So, wow, that was a very depressing tangent on the custom. So we were talking between the matches. And I want to give you guys an offer on how to let me tell you the ideas for the beam bazooka. So there's 2 ways I think we could buff it. Either give it a burst mode, which is make it a 2-tap burst mode, or 2-round burst. Breaks maneuver armor, allows you to get in, or give it a Garrity type mode, kind of like the Gym 2 weapon testers, which has 0 firing correction, but its Garrity can hit anywhere from like 7,000 to 10,000 damage if you're hit by every single part of that beam. So chat, let us know. That is one way we could buff the beam bazooka, is to give it a sub-weapon version of it. We also said let's reduce the overheating on the beam bazooka. 17 seconds is way too long, especially when you can't rapid fire it without overheating it. So I already shot it once. I'll shoot it again, and I'm overheat for 17 seconds. And as Rob says, it's very, very minor damage. Like, he barely put any damage into me when he fired at me. Oh, he also said let's give it an AoE too.
Yeah.
I feel like that should have done me. There's a lot of minor things that could be changed with this suit. Level 5 enhanced tackle and interrupt tackle would be phenomenal on this suit. Would be phenomenal. Double tackle also. I feel like it should, considering the amount of thrusters this thing has. It's got 3 on each back of the leg. I'm pretty sure it's got 2 per foot. It's got the weird looking boxy fan thing on its back, and then of course the 2 on its shoulders. I feel like double tackle should be a given on this mobile suit right off the rip.
Yeah. Also, like we were talking, like you were saying, a higher level of enhanced tackle, because with all that, it only has level 3 enhanced tackle.
Yeah, so like level 5 enhanced tackle would be pretty solid. It's also oddly slower than the standard Dowage, which to me I don't think makes sense. I feel like it should be about the same speed. At most, this thing is just slightly tankier than the standard Dowage. Its HP doesn't level up as much as, say, the Raid Dowage. So I would definitely like to see some stat bonuses on this. I wouldn't mind if they keep the firing correction and the melee correction as low as it is, because it does. It does not. At 600, which is mine, it has, I think, 23 firing correction and only 24 melee correction on it. It is insanely low for 600. Which is odd, considering none of the weapons do any of the high amount of damage you would think would warrant such low stats. But yeah, the head Vulcans need to be increased because, you know, you need to censor that. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, the head Vulcans definitely need to be adjusted. I don't want to give this thing pursuit melee assist at all. I don't think it needs it, but if you increase the tackle damage, give it interrupt tackle, and then give the beam bazooka lower heat rate and a slightly higher damage and a sub weapon, either the Garibee or the burst mode, I think it would be in a solid state.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you're right. I think that would all definitely, that would make it a lot more viable because this man trying not to just rant about it because like I said, I've run it a lot lately, but yeah, just getting damage with it is really, really difficult. If you, especially in the current, environment of the game where basically I can't, if I build for anything but defense, I am not going to live long enough to really make good use of whatever suit I'm in 9 times out of 10. One thing we were also talking about is that, yeah, it does not, unlike a lot of things anymore, it does not gain much in the way of skills between levels. At level, the skills at level 1 and level 4, is it 4? Does it go to 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, at level 4, it gains 1 level of leg buffer. That is the only difference between the two. In terms of the speed, I would say if it has a slower cruising speed than the standard Dwadge, it should have higher boosting speed. That would be, just for the design of the suit with all the thrusters, that would be sensible, I think. But yeah, those are our thoughts on the Dwadges, which, man, again, that's such a weird name. In Japanese, it is Dowadge. It uses the same do that Dom and all the other variants begin with. But that is just, that's why there's like 2 or 3 different spellings in English, because it's just it is a weird non-word. But yeah, those are our thoughts, and as always, suggestions for suits to look at in the future, what to do with these suits, all of those things, always welcome. Let us know in the chat what you think. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.